Hello and welcome to today's video, I guess. I don't know how to intro these videos yet. This is the second video I'm doing with this sort of running theme. So we're just gonna get straight into it. Today I'm covering my predictions for Extreme Rules 2018. The card looks fine. Um, there's some matches I care about, some matches I don't really care about, but we'll get to it when we get to it. First up, we're gonna have Sanity versus the New Day in a tables match. Um, this feud has been fine, I guess. None of the segments have been offensive. None of them have been great. It's good to see Sanity on TV, I'll say. I never watched him in NXT, but I kind of like the aesthetic they're going for. The aesthetic, not ecstatic, aesthetic. Uh, the New Day, I like the New Day. I don't love the New Day. I feel like when they're good, they're really good. When I don't care about them, I think they're pretty bad. But they're pretty good. I think this will be pretty good match. I'm not expecting the greatest match in the world, but I think this will be a pretty good match. I think Sanity will win because they need one. NXT superstars, like they come in and then they just get shat on for months on end. I think they need a win. I think they will win because they look strong. They look strong right now, even though New Day have like sort of beaten them up a couple times. I think they're gonna. I think they'll win. No exceptions there. I don't have any favorites to win. I just think Sanity will win. That's my gut feeling. Next, we have Finn Balor vs Constable Baron Corbin. This is a feud I do have like a small amount of interest in. I don't think it's been a very good one, but I'm actually excited to see the match. I like Finn, and I really like Baron right now. I think Baron's in a really good place with his character, and I really want to see more of him. But I think Finn's gonna win this. Finn really needs a win. I legitimately can't remember the last time he won. I think it was on a Raw a couple weeks ago, maybe. I don't remember. But my favorite to win is Corbin. I love Corbin right now. I really want him to win. Because I think he also needs the win. I think both these people need the win. I think Finn needs the win more, so I'm going to say that he will win. But I want Baron to win. I think Baron winning and going just like if we have like if we just push Baron to a championship, I think that'd be really funny, and I think that could be really cool. That's all. Um, Deletes of Worlds versus the B team for the tag team championship. I think I this is a rough one, right? So far the feud's been really good. I've liked every single segment with them in it, bar the matches. I'm not a fan of the oh I tripped and fell and so I lose the match over a little mistake, an accident. Even though it's not really an accident, it's they did that on purpose. Like that's not an interesting match for me. You could skip the match entirely and just have the promos, which have been on fire. Um, but I think the B team's actually gonna win this. I legitimately think B team has momentum right now, and they're on fire. And they wouldn't do these promo segments if they didn't believe the B team could be something. Because when we had Rusev Day, they did not push Rusev Day for a good. They barely mentioned Rusev Day. The only thing that kept Rusev Day alive was Rusev mentioning Rusev Day and the fans. But this B team are actually getting a push here. They've won matches. They have been undefeated. Um, and now they're in the chance to win the tag team championships for Raw. So that's pretty good alone. That's excellent. That's wonderful. I'm so happy for them. And the Deletes of Worlds haven't really done anything. So this is what I think, right? What I think is the B team will win. Deletes of World will get a rematch at SummerSlam and take back the titles. That I think that's what's going to happen. That because that way you can still push the B team, Give them the championship, so you never have to do it again. Just give them the championships, so that way you can say they've done it. They're an actual tag team that have done stuff, and Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel need that right now because after they left the Miz, they've been on fire. They've been killing it every single week, and I just want to reward them for their sort of dedication to the craft of comedy and wrestling. And obviously, the B team are my favorites to win. So I just think if the B team win, we could continue the rivalry, and then at SummerSlam, we could do another Hardy compound section, and that could be really cool because we need some more of those because the one with Bray Wyatt was pretty good. I'm not in love with the segment. I think it's a bit. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I can't put it to words. I like them. I like the idea of them. I just don't think they're great. But I think we need a new one because the Leaders of Worlds haven't done anything since they got those titles, and even getting those titles, they didn't do anything. The only thing keeping this rivalry alive is the B team. So I think the B team has the biggest push in the universe here. So I think, yeah. So that's enough of that. That's probably going to be the longest match I've talked about. That's going to be embarrassing. Alright, now we have Carmella versus Asuka. Well, we would if my audio didn't just cut out there. So this is the second recording. Uh, God damn it. Alright, well, so we have Carmella versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. It should be the worst part of the show, I think. Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns will be boring. Carmella versus Asuka should be just terrible. So there's no real stipulation for the match. But we have James Ellsworth hanging above the ring in a shark cage. What that's gonna do for the match, I'm not sure. But I think Asuka's gonna win. Straight up, I think Asuka's gonna win. And that's gonna be that, I think. Well, and I don't have any favorites for the match, but I do think Asuka's gonna win. She needs the win. Carmella doesn't need the win. She needs to lose the belt soon. Um, but that's what I think, at least. Now we have Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States title. I think Shinsuke is gonna win, but I have no favorites for the match. I think that's probably going to be the second best match of the night as a wrestling match. So we got the best one, which is going to be Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. But Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke should be the second best match of the night, I think. No favorites. I just think Shinsuke is going to win, just straight up. He needs the belt more than Jeff does, and apparently Jeff's injured, and overall his performance over the past few weeks hasn't been great because he's looked injured, if that's an accurate statement to say. Now we have the Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No for the Tag Team Championships titles, such as Tag Team titles on SmackDown. The fact that Daniel Bryan's contract is getting to the end, I don't think they're going to win Team Hell No specifically, so I think the Bludgeon Brothers are going to win. But I've been surprised before, and I'm going to be surprised again, I think, in the future. But for me personally, the Bludgeon Brothers will win, and Team Hell No will lose. I I don't know. It's weird to say. It it would be a nice moment if Team Hell No won, but not only do I not see them being the victors, I don't see them holding the belts up high, if that makes sense. we have Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. First off, I apologize if this seems disjointed and whatever now. If it seems worse now than at the beginning of the video, I do apologize. This is the second time I've recorded this audio, and I don't want to do it again. So I do apologize. I think Strowman's going to win. I think that would be the best case scenario here. Kevin doesn't need the win. Well, he does. He does need another win. He hasn't had a win in a while. Like a proper win in a while. But Strowman's on top, and I don't see him losing until Brock loses the belt. And Strowman's also my favorite to win. I think Strowman's been on fire the past few weeks, and I think we're going to continue to see him be on fire for the next few weeks. Kevin Owens is great all the time, so make of that what you will. Now, Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental title in a 30-man Iron match. This will be the best match of the night. I would be surprised if it wasn't. I think Seth's gonna win. He needs that title back. I think Dolph can do really well with that title if given the right material. Because I don't think he can be a fighting champion. I don't think that's how Dolph Ziggler's character works. But Seth is a fighting champion, and he's given the Intercontinental title the prestige it needs and deserves. And I think Dolph can do that too, but in a very different way, and I don't trust creative to do that. So, in my opinion, I think the best way this whole outcome can come is if Seth wins 3-2, he wins by pinning Dolph Ziggler 3 times, and Dolph will pin him 2 times. That's my guess for the points there. And Seth's also my favorite to win, because I love Seth, and I think Seth is my favorite wrestler right now. Like I may not like wrestling straight up, but the matches that I've seen that are good, a lot of them have been from his performances. Like, he's so amazing in the ring, and it's a beautiful sight to see, I'll say. Now, what I think to be the third best match of the night. AJ Styles versus Rusev for the WWE title. No stipulation. I think AJ will win, like straight up. I don't think anyone will doubt me on that when I say AJ's going to win. And Rusev will lose. But even if Rusev loses, he was in the title picture for a night. For a few weeks. I should say, not a night, a few weeks. Rusev is on fire, and I'd love to see him pick up the title, but he won't. AJ's keeping that title for a long time to come. But I am willing to be surprised. So, AJ to win, Rusev is my favorite to win. Now, Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for in an Extreme Rules match for the Women's Raw title. I think Alexa will win. Apologies for the cough. And I think this would probably be one of the worst matches of the night. I don't see this one being very good. I like Alexa. I like Nia sometimes. And their match at WrestleMania was fine. It was fine for what it was. It was fine. But I don't see this being anything more than fine. I see Nia doing a lot of the damage with weapons, and Alexa trying to avoid getting hit. That's the match. I see that being the whole match, and I think that's going to be the whole match. Twisted Bliss, GG, Nia Jax loses. No favorites. I do not care about that match whatsoever. We can move on to our probably main event: Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. No stipulation, no reason for fighting. They just kind of are. Um, Roman's gonna win, I think. Uh, I have no favorites because I do not care. This will be the worst match of the night. This will be the most boring match of the night. This will be so by the books. It'll be like spear, Superman punch, pin. I'm getting flashbacks of the WrestleMania match with Brock, and I kind of think that's how it's going to go. I think we're just going to see 1,000 finishes from both these people, um, and maybe like a surprise appearance from Brock. I think that's what's going to happen. Anyway, that's my predictions. That's my second recording for this goddamn thing. Um, Thank you for listening. If you have, I appreciate it. Look after yourselves. I love you, and good night.